welcome to Who's Who at EMU. I'm your host, Shannon Smith, and we have a huge episode planned out for you guys. So full, we couldn't even fit a desk. Great way to start off a pilot, guys. But seriously, we had such a huge summer full of stories, and when Supreme Leader Donald Trump is elected president, that will probably be the last summer ever. So, hope you soaked it up. To talk more about the upcoming election, here's our political correspondent, Sarah Podaracki. What are you doing?
Oh, hey, you don't have a desk.
I know.
Why not?
I don't know, guys, because someone dropped the ball? Anyway, what do you have for this election?
Oh, yeah, we're
I'm sorry, excuse me?
Yep, bought my ticket to Quebec just last week. By the end of this semester, I'm gonna be a full-on Eskimo, learning how to build an igloo on YouTube right now.
Sarah, Quebec is in Canada. They have actual houses there.
Good one, Shannon. Do you mind if I leave early? I have dog sledding practice in 20 minutes, and I really don't want to be late. Thanks.
It's like 87 degrees outside. Speaking of leaving early, former Stanford swimmer and current rapist Brock Turner was released after serving only half of his outrageous 6-month prison sentence. Yes, Brock Turner raped an unconscious girl on campus, was found guilty of 3 different felonies, and still served less time than a non-violent drug charge. I mean, when I was 12, I was grounded for 6 months for making a MySpace account. And Brock Turner gets to walk away like he's an NFL player with a domestic violence charge. We make jokes, but what's lost through all of it is that there's this college girl who was told that her safety in life was less important than her rapist. What's even more disgusting is that in 2016, there are still human beings that think it's okay to treat others like a piece of meat that they could just stick their flappers into. Here's the worst part. In his statement to Judge Aaron Persky, Brock blames his actions on Stanford's party culture and refuses to acknowledge what he did. In his statement, he said, "I've been shattered by the party culture and risk-taking behavior that I briefly experienced in my 4 months at school. I've lost my chance to swim in the Olympics. I've lost my ability to obtain a Stanford degree. I've lost my employment opportunity, my reputation, and most of all, my life." You've been shattered? No, there's a girl that's been shattered, and the fact that he referred to raping an unconscious girl as a risk-taking behavior genuinely frightens me. A risk-taking behavior is eating Taco Bell, then wearing an all-white to your boyfriend's family's reunion. That's about as risky as it gets. What you did was rape, and the world knows. In campus news, most of you know that earlier this summer, Eastern Michigan announced that they've reached an agreement with the food vendor, Chartwell's. They plan to unveil great new programs on campus, such as a Tim Hortons in the Halley Library, a Starbucks in Rackham, another coffee shop in Prairie Herald. There will be so much coffee on campus, even Seattle's looking at us like, oh my gosh, really? This is a video of our Seattle correspondent this morning. But this should be a good thing, right? I mean, sure, Chartwell's is the same company that settled a $19 million lawsuit with DC Public Schools for nothing major, just the mismanagement of funds and showing up late, and serving moldy food in Kalamazoo to, you know, children. But hey, they do business all over the nation, and they might actually be a great addition to this campus. They brought a Chick-fil-A to Oakland University, for crying out loud. Who cares if campus food sends you into bankruptcy? At least their student workers make $10 an hour. All I'm saying is that in 4 years, when tuition is higher than Snoop Dogg and it costs $8 for a burger, I warned you, like one of those homeless people on the side of the road with a doomsday sign. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm Gordon. I'm here about your job opening. Hi, I'm here about the job. Hi. The word you'll hear most often during a job hunt? No. No. One expert says you can expect 20 rejections before you get your first maybe. So don't be down on yourself. Be sure your resume is flawless, or you'll never see the inside of an interview suite. Be punctual for interviews, but no earlier than 5 minutes. A firm handshake is important. And look the interviewer in the eye.
Don't be a downer, dude.
Speak in positive terms about school and your previous employers. Sit alertly during your interview and show you're human. Smile a little. And follow up every interview with a thank you letter, expressing your interest in the job and why you think you're qualified.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer.
Welcome back. EMU football has been under a lot of scrutiny lately. From its lackluster plays on the field to their non-existent support from students. We have our Who's Who correspondents, Al Willman and Julia Heft, in the studio to break down the remainder of this season in this edition of College Football Breakdown.
I'm Al, and I'm here to help break down EMU football, like that wall.
And I'm here because this guy can't carry a segment by himself.
Okay then, here are some of the key players this season. On offense, Brogan Roback, the quarterback. Every team needs a strong quarterback, and the offense will be stepping in full time for Roback after filling in for the consistently injured Reggie Bell last season. His suspension didn't hurt against Missouri Valley State, but he will be necessary to beat anyone else on EMU's schedule. Shaq Van, a running back, is coming into the starting role after Darius Jackson graduated, and he's now on Dallas Cowboys' 53-man roster. He's a solid runner with the ability to find a hole and should be a very prominent part in the offense with such a strong O-line and a lack of a dominant receiver. The O-line as a whole, 4 out of 5 starters are upperclassmen, and they'll protect the most important players in the backfield. On defense, Pat O'Connor, he's a defensive lineman, was named to the Lombardi and Nagurski Award watch list before missing last season due to a shoulder injury. He led the MAC in sacks in 2014. He's returning this season, and he'll make a huge impact. Jason Beck, he's a safety, plays rover in EMU's defense, functioning as an anchor for the secondary. O'Connor has the ability to disrupt, but someone in the secondary has to take advantage of the mistakes made by the opposing quarterback as a result. Julia, would you like to add anything?
No, I'm good. I'm just leveling up in Pokemon Go. There's a gym like right outside.
Well, all right, on to the predictions. First, at home against Wyoming this weekend. EMU beat them on the road last year, and with the number of returning starters here being at home, can only increase their odds of beating a team in consecutive years for the first time in, well, a long time. I have the early Eagles pulling out an early 45-38 win.
See, this game was tricky for me. On one hand, Wyoming's uniforms are brown and yellow. They look like cheap gas station sushi. And on the other, EMU is cheap gas station sushi. So I got EMU on this one too, Al.
Cool, thank you. EMU opens the MAC season at Bowling Green the following week. EMU is outclassed on talent here from Bowling Green, and not to mention, it's Bowling Green's homecoming game. The stadium atmosphere there and the difference in talent will be absolutely overwhelming. Bowling Green will win, and they'll win big, 35-14.
Al, I couldn't agree with you more, mainly because sports.
That's astute. Thank you. Next, we have the University of Toledo, a classic top of the conference versus bottom of the conference matchup. Kareem Hunt of Toledo is a monster out of the backfield, and if Eastern's D retains its reputation as the worst rushing D in FBS, this game's going to get embarrassing. My prediction: Toledo 45, Eastern Michigan 7.
Sure. Ohio is like the Canada of the United States, but Toledo is the real deal. They're like that dude in high school that always gives you the answers to all the tests. Toledo wins.
Outstanding. At Ohio, next, Ohio's a candidate, to win the MAC East. EMU, again, doesn't match up well at all here. Ohio's strong in the run game, and EMU, just like in a majority of its losses, will not be able to stop the run. Ohio wins, 28-21.
Wait, there's a team called just Ohio? That's sad. EMU wins because screw our neighbors down south.
That's great. At Western Michigan, row the boat. Western Michigan is the best team in the MAC without a doubt. They beat the Big Ten teams like Northwestern in Week 1 and Illinois this past weekend. EMU doesn't have a prayer, especially because they're traveling to Kalamazoo. Western wins, 35-0.
Western has a Bronco as their logo. They clearly know what's up. They win.
I agree. Miami of Ohio, easy for me to say, the battle of the bottom dwellers. Each team sits at the bottom of the MAC, and I see Eastern being motivated to win something after a huge string of losses. EMU should have it together at this point, I hope. Eastern wins this one, 28-21.
Oh my God, how many colleges are there in Ohio? They're just one giant wasteland of tuition-sucking losers. Seriously though, Miami of Ohio is the biggest disappointment since the Vikings got to Greenland and realized it was just a giant vat of ice. Kind of like your love life. Miami of Ohio 0, everyone else 1.
Moving on. Ball State outclasses EMU again. They have a solid defense and a run game that will cripple even U of M. Ball State wins, 35-14.
Sure.
Okay. Northern Illinois University. They may not have Jordan Lynch anymore, but their team is still solid on offense. EMU doesn't stack up to this tier of the MAC. Northern Illinois wins, 38-7.
I like the Huskies, mainly because they make great sled dogs. And I'm in the same dog sledding class as Sarah. They win.
Well, here we go. The last game of the season, Central Michigan University. CMU is better, much like the last two games, but this is a rivalry and everything goes out the window to close out the year. I still have Eastern losing, but I think this is their last chance to pull out a win. But then again, Central just beat Oklahoma State, so Central Michigan wins 31-7.
See, just like that. Just like politics, it's always good to find yourself right in the center. Lean too far to the left, you're a hippie. If you're too far to the right, you might find yourself more corrupt than EMU football. That's why Central wins.
Well, okay, that's all the time we have for you today, and I'm Al.
And on behalf of the entire student body here at Eastern, no one really cares.
Really?
Al and Julia with the college football breakdown. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Shanna Gilkison, and ETV has been a very important part of my life, especially for the last 4 years.
I got my start at ETV in my third semester at Eastern from fellow students, and it's been a great experience.
Working with all these new people that I didn't know before, it's very awesome just seeing how willing people are to get together and create something from scratch.
Hi, I'm Shanna Gilkison for Eastern Weekly, and this is E-Walking.
I will also be hosting and producing a sort of like a late night style talk show.
Everyone that's here wants to be here. They care to be here. They want to work. They want to learn. And with that kind of environment, everybody benefits.
I tell you, I've been doing really well, very successful here at Eastern, but it wasn't until I really became part of the ETV club that I really felt like I was getting more of what I needed as a student.
We decided that we wanted to do things above and beyond our coursework, so I was part of founding the ETV Student Org.
It just so happened that Shanna was in one of my classes, and she told me to come, and I showed up, and it was very warm welcome. Like, everybody was very nice to me right away. And they actually had an idea to make a sitcom, or actually they called it a soap opera at that time. And they said they had, they weren't sure exactly what they wanted, but they wanted one thing. They knew that they wanted this guy, his name is Ramon, to be their main character. I mean, that was kind of how the show Week at a Glance kind of took off.
beyond Eastern's walls, when I'm done here, I'll probably be working with some people from ETV, again, professionally. And I think a lot of students don't take advantage of what they should with organizations on campus, and ETV is one of the best.
Are you an EMU student interested in getting a first-hand experience working at a radio station? Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
So I tried logging into my .emish account and it wouldn't let me in. So I went down to the help desk and they said I had already changed my password. No I didn't. Shortly after that, my apartment was broken into. Yeah, if you put two and two together, you know where they go, my address. They got my password, got onto my .emish account, and stole my class schedule and my home address. They knew when I wasn't gonna be home. I should have known that a password of ABCD1234 isn't too hard to guess. Now, I'm more careful about choosing a password. I take a word that's 8 to 10 letters long that isn't too personal to me, and I change some characters around. For example, the word college, C-O-L-L-E-G-E. I can change the L's to 7s and the E's to question marks. Don't use college, okay? You have passwords for a reason. Take the time to make one that is unique and easy for you to remember, yet hard for someone else to figure out. My name is Daniel, and I'm trying to be safe.
Welcome back. This political season has been, well, kind of a little like being drunk while taking your midterms. It seems like a good idea until you realize you flunked out and you're stuck in your parents' basement. Who's Who correspondent David Anderson was sent to Rock the Vote to investigate how much we actually know about our candidates.
This political season has everyone up in arms. From promises of higher minimum wage and lower college tuition, stricter gun laws, and immigration rules. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air, but one thing is for sure. This election will change the course of America forever. Many college students don't know who they're going to vote for or if they will at all. That's why Rock the Vote is such an important event. It's trying to educate students on the various forms of elections that will be taking place this year. But we're focusing on the big one, the main event. Dolores Umbridge versus the Human Orange, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. You know, many students, they're not happy about having to choose from a villain from Harry Potter and the literal devil. That's why they're looking towards third-party candidates Jill Stein and Gary Johnson. But who are they, and what do they stand for? We're here to find out if you really know who you're voting for. What do you think of the event so far, Rock the Vote?
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, it's a lot of fun, free food, you can't turn that down. It's for a great cause. I love to see all these students getting involved with the political climate.
It's pretty fun, pretty cool, chill event. Free cookies, so yeah.
It's awesome. There's lots of food and everybody's in a good mood. The cookies are tasty.
I like the fact that if you haven't registered to vote, you can do that here, and free food, yes.
This is Mayor Amanda Edmonds and Councilwoman Ann Brown.
You know, this is kind of rocking. Let's have one every Friday. Get people registered, have some good music, and some good food.
I love it. I came when it started, and I mean, lots of students, lots of fun, and getting people registered.
How beneficial do you think this event is towards the voting process? We'll start over here.
I think this is a very beneficial event because I think more students need to come out and vote. More students need to be active in the political arena and just to know what's going on.
I think it's good because it's informing students about the voting registration process. And I even had a question about doing the absentee ballot, and I got my question answered today. So I know that's an issue for college students for the absentee ballot.
100%. Probably the most valuable thing going on in the country right now is young people becoming more aware of what is going on in the country politically.
It's making people aware of the local representatives as well as the national ones. So that's always important because people always forget about the local election going on because everyone's focused on the main media and just Trump and Hillary.
So how do you think we can vocalize that and get people to understand that this is really important and we need to do this?
I mean, keep doing what y'all doing, you know, throw little events, promote, and, you know, people gonna come along, because like somebody like me, I came along, you know, I'm out here, I'm trying to learn different stuff, so.
We're gonna play a little game now, all right, it's called Who Said It?
Okay.
I'm gonna read you some quotes from the presidential nominees, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Jill Stein, and Gary Johnson. Your job is to tell me who said it, all right?
Okay.
All right, pretty simple. Robert Pattinson should not take back Kristen Stewart. She cheated on him like a dog and will do it again. Trust me, he can do much better. Who said it?
Trump.
Was it Gary?
Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, yeah.
Donald Trump. That was we'll start it out with an easy one, right? All right. Every time you pass a law, it is a little bite out of freedom.
I would say that's Gary Johnson, the libertarian.
Yeah, I would say that's Gary Johnson.
Stein.
Clinton.
Hillary. That was Gary Johnson. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming.
You said we need global warming?
I didn't, but this presidential candidate did.
I'm gonna guess Trump again.
Gary Johnson?
Stein.
Hillary Clinton.
Trump. I think that's one of his policies, actually. And that is Gary Johnson. Good, right there. 2 for 2 on that one. You may have heard that I recently launched Snapchat. I love it. I love it. Who said that, Swoop? Hillary Clinton did say that one. She's all hip with the kids now.
Clinton.
Hillary.
Yep. She's trying to get hip with the young people.
She's trying to get hip with quite a few groups of people.
Trying to whip, trying to Millie Rock, yeah.
Do you relate to her? Is she doing a good job?
She's doing an okay job, but no.
No, she's pandering votes.
Take a wild guess. Jill Stein?
I'll go with Jill Stein.
That was Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Yeah, she's trying to get down with the young kids and get on this social media.
So I recently downloaded Snapchat, but that's as far as I've gotten.
I love it. Who said it?
Donald Trump. Hillary.
Hillary Clinton said it. We make guinea pigs out of populations, and then we discover how they die. Who said it?
Donald Trump.
Hillary?
Stein.
I'm gonna go with the Green Party.
Both Jill Stein. That is Jill Stein. Great job, both of you. I don't believe there should be any restrictions when it comes to firearms. None.
Republican, whoever.
I'm gonna say Jill.
That was Gary Johnson. Who's gonna find out? These women are trash. Nobody's gonna believe them.
Trump.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary?
Nobody's gonna believe them. Who said it?
Donald.
You would think, but it's Hillary Clinton.
What? You little traitor.
So we're gonna go to the bonus round now. Some trickier ones, we'll see. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Trump.
Trump.
Bill Clinton.
What she said.
Did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bill Clinton.
Did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Last one. It's not truth that matters, but victory.
Is it from this? Is it from this selection? Because I automatically think Bush.
It could be either one.
Donald.
Donald Trump? Bush or Donald Trump? It was actually Adolf Hitler.
That sounds like a Bush quote, but I'm probably wrong.
Have you heard of Adolf Hitler?
Jill Stein.
That was not Jill Stein.
Barack Obama. I'm clueless. Pass.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, wow. Honest Abe doesn't care about honesty. He just wants to win.
Is it Reagan? Reagan.
That was Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler.
I mean,
You guys did great. Thanks for coming. Thanks for letting me interview you. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Dave Anderson at Rock the Vote. We'll be right back.
Hey Ben, I saw that you had an eventful weekend.
What do you mean?
Duh. Ben, those party photos you posted online a couple days ago where you were living it up, you know, the ones where you were YOLOing all over the place. Here, let me show you.
All right, I got it. YOLO, you only live once. It's my excuse to act crazy. I deleted those pictures though.
Ah, yeah, about that. I screen grabbed some of those pictures and sent them to Benji. It was golden. You have to remember, Ben, what goes online stays online. And once it's out there forever.
Well, it's out there now.
Most of the time, after something gets posted to social media, it will be duplicated many times from server backups, living in the cloud forever, even after you remove it. A good rule of thumb is if you think what you're about to post could be harmful to you or someone else, just don't post it.
Yeah, last thing I want is for my family, or even worse, my employer or my friends to see me YOLOing all over social media.
Yeah, that applies to more than just pictures, you know. It can apply to all types of content posted online, including text and videos.
Oh man.
You should also be cautious about the amount of personal information you have available online for people to see, such as your full name, birth date, address, phone number, mother's maiden name, etc. Yeah, I'd hate for someone to see you're going to be at a party Saturday night, go to your profile, get your home address, and break into your house while you're out partying. Or use your birth date and your mother's maiden name to answer a security question in an attempt to reset your online password and hack your account.
I definitely wouldn't want that to happen.
Me neither. But being selective about the information you have accessible for people to see is very important. Check your privacy settings on your social media sites to make sure they only have information you want people to see. Yeah, I like to copy my profile URL, log out of the website, and paste it back into my web browser. Then I look over my profile to get an idea of what information of mine is open to the public.
That is a great idea.
It sure is. So what else are you going to do, Ben?
I'm gonna stop and consider any consequences before I post any type of content to my social media websites.
It would be awkward. Well, that's our show. Have a great weekend. Seriously though, next week, can I get a desk?